Chapter 9, The Great Banking Game. Australia's biggest private companies are its banks. The four major banks have near complete control over the market for mortgages and loans to small businesses. At the end of 2021, the Big Four made up roughly 70% of the Australian mortgage and lending market. Compared to foreign banks, they make spectacular profits each year, with the Big Four booking $39 billion of before-tax profits in 2021, which is about 2% of GDP. With a stable after-tax rate of return on equity of 10 to 15%, banking is one of the most lucrative businesses in Australia. How have James and his mates cooked the banking game? Like we have seen in mining and property, James plays on both sides of the fence in banking. Former bankers are amongst the executive ranks at the industry regulator, APRA. Bank managers were instrumental in creating key banking regulation. Major investors and businesses have direct input on monetary policy via their official representatives on the board of the Reserve Bank of Australia. And of course, banks are major donors who regularly contribute to both sides of major political parties. In 2017, two former state premiers, Anna Bligh and Mike Baird, joined the banking game as the threat of a national inquiry into bank lending practices gained force. Bligh became CEO of the Australian Banking Association lobby group, and Baird became the Chief Customer Officer at NAB for 3 years. Former New South Wales Premier Gladys Berejiklian was a Commonwealth Bank executive before moving into politics, while Arthur Sinodinos, the Chief of Staff for the former Prime Minister John Howard for a decade up until 2007, left politics to work in banking, first with Goldman Sachs and then with National Australia Bank. Further down the corporate ladder, there is evidence of a revolving door of cushy grey gift appointments that is symptomatic of a game of mates, as a Fairfax investigation in 2015 uncovered, and I'll quote, "Jeff Millard, the man managing supervision of specialised institutions, insurers according to his LinkedIn profile, came straight from Deloitte. Scott McIsaac went from being operational risk manager at Commonwealth Bank to being operational risk specialist at APRA. He declined to comment for this article. Michael Sardat, a senior executive leader at ASIC overseeing deposit takers, was previously head of compliance at the local branch of Citibank. They all declined to comment for this article." End quote. More to the point, James has been playing the banking game for centuries and knows the two main ways governments can be co-opted to earn him the big bucks. I hope you've enjoyed this sample from the audiobook Rigged. To hear the full book, please subscribe to Fresh Economic Thinking.